for the domino assignment, the one thing that I did have in mind for the very end was to have good grades and make a good GPA. So that I started with turning my homework in and making good grades on my test, because that is ultimately how you make good grades. So that was the very first thing. So, and I have accomplished that. I've done all my homework and I've studied for my test each time. So I really have done what I was supposed to do to ultimately lead me to that final domino and make good grades and have a good GPA. One of the 7 habits that was most beneficial to me was habit 7, and that's sharpening your saw, making sure that everything holistically is very well prepared and really ready to go, mind, body, soul. And so I find that a lot oftentimes with myself is that I mean if my mind's not working, then something's wrong with my body, and then my soul, and it all works together. So ultimately, I think that habit 7, sharpening the saw, making sure that each aspect of myself is really where it needs to be, is most important. My one thing domino for next semester actually is going to learn how to be a good test taker. So what I'm going to do with my very first domino is going to be try different ways to study for all my tests. Learn how to just learn how to be a good test taker. Really try to come up with different ways that will help me ultimately in the long run, and that will be beneficial to me, not just next semester, but for the next 4 years of my college career, because I'm not the best test taker. And so I think that if I really focus on becoming a good test taker, starting out small, learning how to study, coming up with different ways to study for myself, I think that could ultimately be very, very beneficial.